Hey everybody, welcome back. You know what time it is? Petty o'clock.
She doesn't like the way I dress my daughter. One time I put a dress on her, she took it off of her.
What about the time you took all the snacks from the house after we bought them together?
Okay, and what about the time that you told me give me back the birthday slippers that she bought me?
But this man has taken all of the tissue out of the house just because he bought it.
She puts me on a men's blog with bisexual men.
He'll say something like, oh, you know, you have a flat booty. Well, I'm like, you know, you didn't have a problem groceries, so why is it an issue now?
She done left my clothes in a bathtub full of water. It says she hand washing them.
Well, you know,
and let them dry in the bathtub.
Sometimes Timothy lacks, you know, washing his clothes. He'll even go in my closet and pick out my Atlanta Falcons t-shirt and wear it just because he wants to piss me off. He know I doesn't like that. So I don't know why he even goes there sometimes.
Yana, she says that I have an imaginary friend because she never met the guy.
You guys all right? Do you, like, hear yourselves? All this pent-up energy. Imagine being in a petty marriage, you know? I think that you two, now, I'm just, unpopular opinion, you two are kind of meant for each other. Does it work with two petty people in a marriage or one petty person? I feel like if you're gonna be petty, your partner better be petty. Your partner better serve! This man and his empty suitcase full of empty threats. Okay, let's see. When he tells you to quit being petty or he's leaving.
And I got all of that saying the list. I'm laying the ditch. I'm a kill all you rappers. I'm a able. They was fucking with your shit. They hated.
Hey! You don't stop that petty, let that burn! Yes! Is that suitcase empty? It's the robe for me. We love pettiness and comfort. They go hand in hand. Oh, I love you. I love this man.
Lessons in not crossing a teenage girl. Y'all, my goddaughter Bean went back to school after the break and I asked her how her new classes are going and she said, good, but that girl who was being mean to me before is still up my ass. And she said today at lunch, that girl in front of all of their friends asked her what she got for Christmas, knowing the only reason Bean's even at that school is because her and her mom lost everything in the hurricanes in Florida a couple months ago and things are. But Bean confidently and proudly said she got to see her mom, which is all she wanted. And the girl said, that's embarrassing. My mom got me a Balenciaga hoodie.
That's embarrassing.
Said, well, you can put on a designer label, but you'll still be like if Forever 21 started making people. And the girl said, aw, she's bitter because she's poor. And my goddaughter said, I'm confused. You can afford a designer hoodie, but you can't afford Clearasil? And then she said the girl stood up and yelled, nobody likes you. And my goddaughter said, well, I don't see anybody jumping to your defense either. So maybe you should swallow your words, just like you're swallowing those leggings.
Dang, if I was that quick-witted when I was that age, I probably still would have gotten bullied. I'm living vicariously through this girl. It's time for a fan submission. If you guys weren't aware, you can submit your petty stories, your Am I the A-hole stories at the link in my description of this video. Every video has it. These are some petty stories that y'all just had to share with me. Okay, so this is not the longest and it was around a year ago, but I still remember it and I think of it as one of the most petty, stupid things I did. No regrets. So I worked at an agency and I was in charge of marketing campaigns, even though it was not part of my role. I just downloaded databases, added them to a tool, created the text, and that's it. I always included at the end a link to remove themselves from the list. One man, I'm gonna guess his name was Kevin, late 50s with almost no hair on his head, replied very rude to remove him from the list, that he was gonna take legal actions and a lot of more unnecessary BS. I removed him from the list and politely replied saying that I did, but in case he wanted to, he could also click on the unsubscribe button just to be safe. He replied back, of course being super rude, saying I had to do my job and was not going to click on anything, plus more legal threats. I just archived the email while feeling a bit of anger. There was no need to be so rude. I just decided to let it go. A few days went by and I just couldn't stop thinking about it and felt the need for some revenge, but I thought I should wait a few more days and plan it. So I did some research and got the city he lives in, opened Google Maps and searched the city, searched giggity shops, and proceeded to subscribe him to all the newsletters available. I felt powerful and petty. The next day, I thought this might not be enough, so I searched Walmart's, Target, Sephora, Ulta, and several other stores and subscribed him to all the emails lists I could. 1 week went by, I felt amazing. I was high on pettiness, so I subscribed him to stores around the world, just zooming on random cities from different countries and subscribing him to newsletters. This man will not learn to be nice, but at least he will be frustrated and his inbox will collapse. Thank you, Tina. Tina. So subtle, yet so petty. I'd be really careful sending an email like that, because then they have your email. If you're gonna be an a-hole, at least do it anonymously. When you and your dad play too much.
So I wrote jazz on all my stuff. Can't see this one, but I wrote it on this one. And
oh, those chips are my favorite.
On this one, because I don't want my stuff to get ate. So me and my dad, we be joking about fluff, right? So he wrote fluff right here. So you know what I did? I wrote that and put fluff dad did on everything that he touches. Every single last thing, including the bread. Because he eats sandwiches 2 times a day. And fluff just means another word for fat. So, we don't keep playing this game as long as he keep playing with me.
I really like that voice effect. Definitely gave more weight to your story. Also, okay, these chips, can I just say that these chips are the best chips? I could eat a whole bag of them in one sitting, and I do. But they're hard to find. They're almost always sold out. And if I find out that anybody eats these chips and steals them, there shall be a reckoning. We ride at dawn! I'll be still sleeping, but I've been up at 6 with the kids. Yes. Oh. Oh, the vacuum, eh? Right at the door. What? I'm just cleaning the house for you. You love a clean house. This is what you wanted, right? No, I simply must do it at 6 a.m. I simply must. It's when I have like that caffeine high. If I don't do it then, I'm never gonna do it. You know, this probably like isn't happening, but we like to think that it is, you know? It always seems like it is when you're trying to sleep and people are just deciding to vacuum when you're sleeping. Really? Now? Do you have to vacuum now? Yes, I do. When you read that Miley Cyrus flipped the lyrics from Bruno Mars' When I Was Your Man song that Liam dedicated to her during their engagement in her new song, Flowers. And Miley just so happened to release the music video for Flowers on January 13th, which is Liam's birthday. I'm honored that 16-year-old me took a picture of her tattoo and got an identical one on my ribcage to match hers 12 years ago. Happy Friday the 13th. That was probably one of the pettiest moves I've ever seen. I also am pretty sure that Miley Cyrus like rented his house. Before I go and make a claim, let's look it up. All the petty ex-husband references Miley Cyrus hid in her new song. The vintage YSL dress that Miley wore in the music video belongs to the same collection as that of her wedding dress. It's also the same designer. According to several sources, the mansion where the Flowers music video was filmed was the house where Liam Hemsworth had affairs with several women, 14 of them. Honestly, she kind of puts Taylor Swift to shame. Like, this was a mic drop for real. And I love how long she waited for it too. She was just brewing on it for years. Well done, well done. I love a good petty payback. That petty was fermenting, and now it's a delicious vintage. Is it just me, or when I'm mad at someone through text, I tend to turn on my read receipts so they know I read it and just don't care?
I'm petty. Yeah, I'm petty.
Yeah, it, as someone who has her read receipts turned on, It's subtle and it's toxic. And I only use this power for good, okay? But leave someone on red and they will think about you for days. So toxic, so awful. Hey, I never said I was perfect. I'm a Virgo. My silent treatment is the worst. But in case you were unsure, yes, I did read your text and yes, I am ignoring you. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right. This might be the petty drama of the century.
The level of pettiness. And here's the video.
So you see that witch? You see that witch? Yeah. So Shakira reportedly put up a witch mannequin on her balcony facing her ex-mother-in-law's house while her Bizarrap session can be heard, blasting on repeat at full volume. Something tells me that the ex-mother-in-law called her a witch. Or maybe the ex-mother-in-law is the witch. I don't know who the witch is in this scenario, but I'm here for it. Like, just knowing that everyone was gonna take photos and videos of that and put it online and it was gonna go viral, like, just,
Guys, my kids have doctor's appointments today and their ugly dad's gonna be there again. Okay, but I'm on graveyard, I'm running late, and I don't have time to dress like... When I say ugly, I mean like ugly soul. Just kidding, he's ugly too. Okay, I don't have time to put on a mini skirt and a fur coat, but I have been working out. So maybe I'll wear some leggings. I'm gonna flex on him.
yes, bestie.
Literally. This is how I'm gonna walk up to the front desk to pay the copay.
Oh,
And I'm gonna
excuse
take a
me.
little Speedy 25 for emphasis. All the stuff he swears. He swears he buys. I don't even have nothing in here. I got a book, some resistance bands, a bill, a letter from the school probably, and look what I found in my bag. From BioLife, where I donate plasma to support my kids because you don't. And I smell like Dolce & Gabbana. He's gonna be so mad. Wait, maybe I'll jump squat into the office so that he knows I've been working on my strength. So he could recognize these are the same strong legs that kicked his to the curb.
Okay, before anyone goes and says,
Ugh, get over it. Ugh, stop fixating on it.
it's a joke. And also, she's just saying your intrusive thoughts out loud when you go and you see your ex, okay? What, you're gonna go and see your ex looking like crap? Absolutely not. You're gonna go and see your ex looking like $1 million. Don't hate her because she's honest, and you're not. All right, guys. It's that time. Subscribe!